on, let's go outside. Let's take a walk in the sun. There are things to learn and things to see. A big wide world for you, your dog, and me. Dog Talk. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Dog Talk. I'm Pat Becker. My co-host Rusty is here, and Alan and Shelley are here, Cloud, and they brought Lacey, who is a Gordon Setter. Have you ever seen one? Look here, Lacey. Come here. Yes, this is a beautiful dog. This is a hunting dog, and I might say this dog is kind of interesting in that it was bred in Scotland from a man named Richardson did this, and he actually combined the setter with a herding breed. So this herding breed actually gave the Gordon Setter a little more focus than some of the other setters, and energy and that sort of thing. It makes for a very good family dog too, because they do have that little I want to be with you kind of thing that a lot of the collies had back in those days. So yeah, and she says, I kind of like the producer over there. She's tempting me and I'm getting a good, oh, my close-up is wonderful, she says. So this is a very, very good dog, and used to be very, very popular as a hunting dog, I might tell you. Has lost a little bit of the popularity. The people in this country do a lot of pointers, and with setters are not around as much as the rest of them, but they still are excellent hunting dogs and good retrievers. So some of them even really like the water retrieving, which is really unusual. But in case you ever want to hunt this dog, now she is what, 2 years old?
2 years old.
So now would be a really good time. Actually, with hunting dogs, and I have helped train some, we like to start them as puppies. But you get past this age and you lose a little bit of the focus. But when we are finished here, if you are thinking about hunting her, and I will say she's well conformed. Where did you get her? Go ahead.
Out of Redwood Kennels, out of Harrison, Arkansas.
Okay, yeah, Arkansas, yes, I was going to say, because they do, and they raise some other setters down there, other breeds of setters too, and that is a very good place to get them. They actually work a great deal on conformation, and this dog definitely has. So if after the show, if you want to, I will give you some names of some people who train.
So would you mind telling viewers why you chose this breed and why you decided to bring her into your family?
When my brother and I were little, we would sit with the encyclopedia and we would pick out the dogs that we were going to have when we were grown up. And he would always choose the Basset Hound, and I would always choose the Gordon Setter.
There you go.
Both of you had great taste. Fantastic. Well, we're going to make him the dog of the week. This is a $100 gift certificate to One Pet Emporium. Go and buy her some toys and some good treats and everything. And I just, let's see if she's
got something.
She's got some. Oh, I think this dog wants to hunt. What is that?
Go.
I wish it were a bird. I wish it were a bird. Is that good? Yes. Yes, it is, and you can have that. Yes, you can. You can have that. Well, we appreciate it so much, Shelley, you and Alan bringing her in. And if you do start her training and everything, let us get some video of that. That would be very interesting on how they get, and there are a lot of great trainers, by the way, hunting trainers. So we're going to take a quick break, guys, and we'll be right back.
One Pet Emporium is Oklahoma's authority on healthy nutrition for dogs and cats. Quality does not have to cost more, and we only have the best. If your pet suffers from allergies, digestive issues, skin infections, or hair loss, it may be the result of their diet. One Pet Emporium can help. We offer pet portraits monthly, adorable rescue animals every Saturday from noon to 4, and free dog and cat food samples. Locally owned and operated, we want to be your neighborhood pet store.
Welcome back, guys. So, Pat, are you a hockey fan?
Oh, I love it. It's very exciting.
It's an amazing sport that a lot of people in Oklahoma just aren't familiar with. And we do still have a local hockey team, the Blazers.
Blazers tear them up, I know. And recently they've gotten a kind of an event where all the dogs are welcome.
Oh,
and they
beautiful.
say they're welcome anytime, but this event is really kind of a personally attractive thing for me, because I've had a lot of dogs that have gone down there that have come on the show. So awesome. I guess D. Miles was down there and did an interview. So let's watch it.
Let's see what he has.
Pat asked me to come on down here to 8000 I-35 Service Road in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. here I am. She said something about pets and hockey, and I really have no clue what's going. Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah?
What's going on today?
Oh, it's Pucks and Paws night. Well, what? Come in and I'll show you.
Thank you.
Such a good boy. Such a good boy. Oh, Fred's terrible.
So they say behind every great team is a great GM. So here we are with Brian, the GM of the Blazers. So Brian, tell us all about today. What is this all about?
Well, this is our second annual Pucks and Paws event.
So this is the second year. Do you see a third one on the horizon?
Oh, absolutely. This will be an annual staple. A lot of people last year didn't know what to expect, being the first time we've done it. And now you see more dogs coming out this year, and I hope that every year we can continue to grow on it.
Now, I was talking to some people, and they actually said that the Blazers ice rink is always pet friendly. Is that true?
Absolutely. So Larry Donovan, the general manager here at the Blazers Ice Center, he's got dog treats and snacks in his office, and always loves it. Whenever CJ's around the rink, when he comes with me, he's well fed.
Now, Brian, I know you have to go because obviously there's a game to be played today, but how's the team doing this year?
The Massey Power Rankings have labeled us the top team in the league. So it's very exciting. We're very fortunate. We've got a great squad, and all eyes are on a Thorn Cup title this year.
So, Jaylee, tell us about Puppy Love.
We are an all-breed grooming salon located in Edmond, Oklahoma. We have an award-winning groomer, which makes us really unique. He's won many awards, and he's very knowledgeable about all breeds, and he's very lovable to all the animals.
Well, thank you so much for being at Pucks and Paws today and for taking time to show us around.
Thank you.
Karen, it is always great to see you. Second year in a row that this event, Pucks and Paws, is taking place. Now, obviously today has been exciting.
Right?
However, a lot of people don't know that you are one of the main reasons that today exists. So tell us more about how that all came about.
Because we happen to know Brian Chandler, who is with the Blazers, and he asked us last year, would we be interested in bringing the rescue group? He knew that we fostered, and he asked if we wanted to bring in a rescue group and do a Pucks and Paws event. And of course, we jumped right on it. We do open adoptions.
Okay.
So what that means is you find a dog you fall in love with, you fill out a questionnaire. We don't even call it an application.
Okay.
And I will have a adoption counselor will review it. And they look for red flags, but that doesn't happen.
You won't need to know my blood type or anything.
No, nothing like that. No.
Now, do you have any animals other than dogs and cats?
We do. We are an all-animal rescue. We'll do any kind of animal that needs rescuing as long as we have a foster home to put them in. Right now, I think we're running about 200 animals in the program. Since it's a constantly revolving door, for example, over the period of, in 2016, we adopted over 1,500 animals. We have a website. It's safehavenanimalrescue.org. We also are on Facebook, Safe Haven Animal Rescue. And we are at PetSmarts every Saturday, usually noon to 5, and it's different PetSmarts within the metro area.
Thank you so much, because today has been fantastic.
Yes,
Thank
2
you.
adoptions already. Thank you.
Paul, I had a chance to talk with Karen, and she told us that Safe Haven Animal Rescue has open adoptions.
Correct.
She also touched a little bit about that y'all have a fostering program, a foster program.
Sure.
Now, I've run into people that are reluctant to foster animals because they feel like they might get too attached. And so can you kind of tell us a little bit more about that process with Safe Haven?
Certainly. I can give you my own history. When we first started fostering, I had the same concerns. I was afraid that we would just end up with a house full of dogs because none of them would ever get adopted out. What I found, though, is the process of adopting these dogs out. You get to meet the people, you get to get a pretty good feel for what kind of home they're going to have. Plus, you tend to have a lot of communications with them after the fact. So you know that the dogs are going into a good home.
We know we need fosters, and we definitely know that we need families to adopt dogs.
Absolutely.
Paul, we thank you so much for your time, and hope you enjoy the rest of your day here at Pucks and Paws 2017.
Thank you.
I am here with Lisa from
Man's Best Friend,
located at
Southwest 104th and Penn in Châtenay Square.
So Lisa, tell us a little bit about Man's Best Friend.
Man's is specialized in finding nutritious, healthy pet foods for our dogs and cats. And we really look not just at the ingredients, but also at where the ingredients are sourced from, as well as the actual companies and we want quality, good companies that have good ethics. And so we really pride ourselves in having some pretty good quality pet foods. So.
Now Lisa, you said your products are healthy.
Yes.
So that means I should be able to eat one.
Absolutely.
So let's give it a try.
Yes, let's do.
I'm gonna go for...
Well, you need a kiss, of course, so.
Absolutely. I was thinking love, but let's go with kiss me.
Yeah. All
Here
right.
we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Give it a try,
It's healthy, so I should be able to eat it. Now that's a great treat. This has been fantastic. We've had hockey. We've had doggy treats. We've had safe haven at... Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Now, sir, I couldn't help but notice the back of your shirt says, "Dogs poop, we scoop." Is that correct?
That's correct. That's correct.
So tell me a little bit about what you do. I think that might be a self-explanatory question, but what exactly do you do?
It is. We come to your home, your backyards, once a month, $39 for one dog, $49 for two dogs.
Well, that's what I call service. I see you have a lot more to do, so I don't want to take up too much of your time. But thank you for stopping in.
Thank you.
Pleasure. Well, there you have it, folks. They even have a pooper scooper at Pups and Paws 2017.
How exciting is that? Next year, you're going to have to do it.
I'm in. I'm there. Hockey's in my blood. So coming up next, we have Jon Gary, who will join us after the break.
Hey, Dog Talk fans, make sure you join the conversation on social media. Just go to facebook.com/dogtalktv. We'd love to hear a story of your furry friend, so send us an email to pat@dogtalktv.com. You could be featured as our Dog of the Week. Now, enjoy the show.
So, Jon Gary, we are so appreciative that you have joined us today. Jon is with of course, the director of the Oklahoma City Animal Shelter, and a perfect person to have on. We have had a lot of inquiries from people who are not educated to the system of dog advocacy, don't understand sometimes the difference between a shelter and a rescue. Have you had the same kind of feeling about that?
It's a very good question. So maybe you can share with our audience what classifies the difference and maybe what guidelines a shelter and a rescue have to follow.
Well, the shelter, first of all, we're a municipality, so we're funded by tax dollars and citizens of Oklahoma City. Most rescue groups are privately funded through private donations and dollars they raise. So there's a little difference there. The other difference is, a big difference is that shelters typically are open admission, which means anything that comes in our door we have to take in, where rescue groups are able to select whatever they're able to place into different homes. And so it can be challenging for us, but rescue groups play such an important part in what we do by coming to us and taking animals from us and helping us to place animals into new homes.
So it sounds like that's a good partnership, because if you have a certain breed of dog and you have that breed of rescue, they can help you home that dog or cat or whatever it may be. Is that right?
That's absolutely right. They're essential to what we do, and we decided to try to come to No-Kill City back in 2007, and frankly, if it wasn't for other 100+ rescue partners that we work with, we wouldn't be where we are today.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it is very, very similar. Let's break this down a little bit. So you are funded by the different municipalities in which the facility is. Like here is Oklahoma City, Tulsa there is one, and all the outlying areas which have shelters. are funded by those municipalities. So what, with a place like Oklahoma City Animal Shelter, which is one of the largest in our state, what kind of budget do you have?
Last year our budget was about $4.3 million. Most of that makes up staff. We have about approximately 60 staff members, and so
60.
Wow.
It takes it. It really does take it. And that really, with the directors, the veterinarians who come in, the PR people, the people that are the handlers of it, the people who keep it clean and neat. There is so much involved in it. And that is that an advantage then over the rescues?
I think it can be, but there's also some advantages that rescues have that we don't have. For instance, the private funding that they're able to get and able to go out and raise money. It's a little easier for them to raise money than it is, obviously, because we are a municipality and most citizens expect the city to do all of our funding. Although we do take donations, it's just a little challenging, more challenging for us to get them.
Mm-hmm. So the fact is you do take donations, and that's good. So you have to, I guess, go before a city council or something and solicit anything new or suggestions or anything? How is that done?
Yeah, we have the same budget process that any other city department does. So each year, we actually just finished our budget process for this year. We go before council and they approve our budget. And it works very much like just any other department in the city.
Mm-hmm. And so basically then let's move on with obviously it's not a no-kill facility, so that you do have to discriminate with the dogs, and a bunch of that budget, of course, is for euthanasia and that sort of thing, and it is a necessary. You have to make those decisions, and I feel very strongly about not adopting or adopting out, as they say, animals who will not, be assimilated into a family. There are some that just have problems that cannot be solved, and I think most of us who are dog trainers and most of us who are dog advocates understand this. But let's talk then about volunteerism. How much volunteerism is necessary at your place?
It's huge. Most of our weekend program, especially our adoption outreaches that we do, would not exist without them. We just don't have the staff to be able to handle these outreaches and being in different locations every weekend. And so volunteers are huge for us, as well as they play a big role in our foster, animals out in foster care. They're able to get animals out of the shelter, get animals care that they need that they may not be able to receive inside the shelter.
See, and I think this is another biggie, because fostering is fairly new to shelters, and it is such a foundation for getting these animals, since there is such an overload. I mean, it is unbelievable how crowded our shelters are. And so by having these fosters, not just the rescues who come in and select some dogs with breeds or with ones that appeal to them, but the fosters themselves give that dog another chance, some more time. And so the fosters are volunteer fosters?
They are. They're volunteers. They sign up through our volunteer program, and they, anytime we have a dog in need, we have a way of reaching out to each all of them. A lot of it's done through social media. That we have a Facebook that we keep up with all our fosters on, and they kind of take what they can take at any given time. And typically, depending on the time of year, we'll have anywhere from about 50 to 300 animals out in foster care.
So actually, I can see the difference, and knowing you and having been close to the sheltering and to the rescue businesses, and they are businesses, they must be run as businesses, that the difference is that these rescues are very dependent on the public, helping them and what have you. And though it may be a benefit, also they have the restriction of not having that allocation through the municipality, which is different. So the important thing is, too, folks, when you rescue a dog, it benefits to go to these rescues. The shelters are the foundation. This is where a lot of the times where the dogs come in first. Dogs, cats, horses, everything. So we're going to have Jon on about once a month, and if you have questions for him, let us know, because it is a very, very interesting subject. This shelter is, as I say, a rock for us here in Oklahoma. So you take care, guys, and let us know what goes on. And if you'll come once a month and kind of fill us in, and every once in a while bring a dog, that would be good.
Definitely will.
Okay, we thank you so much. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
One Pet Emporium is Oklahoma's authority on healthy nutrition for dogs and cats. Quality does not have to cost more, and we only have the best. If your pet suffers from allergies, digestive issues, skin infections, or hair loss, it may be the result of their diet. One Pet Emporium can help. We offer pet portraits monthly, adorable rescue animals every Saturday from noon to 4, and free dog and cat food samples. Locally owned and operated, we want to be your neighborhood pet store.
Recently, Rusty, I contacted a pet sitting association that's Pet Sitters International, and they gave me the name of a lady, Carol Gar, and they said, this is an excellent pet sitter, and you need to interview her. So I went, I like the subject, I'm going to do that. So we were very, very curious. It's an important subject. It really, really is. Nobody likes leaving their dogs, at home, but with somebody that takes care of them, that's okay. So I'll let you watch this.
All right.
One of the largest issues for dog owners is who is going to take care of those pets if they have to leave town. It is such an important issue that people go to great lengths to find the right person, the right atmosphere, and the right organization. Recently, I have made contact with an organization called Pet Sitters International. And this organization monitors all of the people who are members of their organization. We are here today to interview Carol Gar, who is a member, and she is pet sitting today with some adorable little dogs. So let's go meet her. Carol.
Yes.
How are you? I'm Pat Becker with Dog Talk.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks so much. Can we come in and get a quick interview?
Absolutely. Come on in.
Okay. So I appreciate so much you letting us come over. This is such an important issue for all dog owners. Their pets are parts of their family.
Yes.
So it is so important for them that if they leave town, they want to be assured that those pets are going to be safe, well taken care of, within a gentle manner.
Absolutely.
Very, very important.
Yes.
So how long have you been doing this?
I've been doing this since 2010.
Uh-huh.
And I got involved because I have dogs myself, and when I leave town, I would like someone to come and take care of them as I would.
Yes.
So, yeah.
And that is the important thing, and well put.
Yes.
Just as though, so their routine is not upset. There's no definitive way to describe it except that they feel so comfortable in their own surroundings.
Absolutely. The feeding schedules stays pretty much the same. Their exercise schedule's a little off, but everything should stay the same. That's the whole key.
So the organization that you belong to, Pet Sitters International?
Yes.
And this organization, do they monitor at all? Do they check with you? And what does it take to become a member?
It just takes a membership, and you have to have a pet sitting business. They have really good values, and they also have good training materials and teaching materials for a new pet sitter that wanted to get involved in it. They have certified pet sitting curriculum that you can take, and I have that. And it just helps the person get started with a lot of the pet sitting, and sometimes some of the medicines you provide and that kind of thing if you need to.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. So when you do apply and you are accepted, do you get a certificate of some kind?
Now you do get the certificate when you do the curriculum for the safety and security and that kind of thing of taking care of pets.
Well, I know when I contacted this organization, they were very careful to go through all of their list, their membership, find out where the area was in which you were, working, and selected you to do this. So we were very impressed, by their faith in you, virtually.
Exactly. And I think it probably was the length of time I've been in business and still in business.
We would like, if you would, to kind of walk us through the routine that you do with these dogs. Now, what kind of dogs will we be seeing today?
These dogs here are Boston Terriers, There's 3 of them. One's a young dog, the one's a little older, and then we have the older dog. So they're just sweet as they can be, and they love it. They love it when I come. In fact, when I leave, they kind of like grab my britches and say, "Don't leave."
And that's a good sign.
That's a good sign.
So obviously you're getting ready to feed them here.
Absolutely. Maggie and Lola eat the Merrick grain-free food, and they each get a can and a half. And Dolly, the young girl, gets this, which is a digestive food for digestive problems that she has. All right, girls, you ready for breakfast? Come on, Dolly, right here. There you go. Come on, Lolo. Come on, Lola. There you go. Good girl. All right, right here. There you go. Good job.
I love their collars. Unbelievable. So this food is for?
This food is for Maggie. When they go out of town, I hand feed her so that I know that she does eat.
So she must eat slowly.
She eats very slowly, and it's important that I know that she's eaten
She's
before I
gotten
leave.
all her food.
Yes,
Excellent.
exactly.
All right. Well, let's go meet Maggie.
Let's eat your breakfast. Here we go. Eat your breakfast. Good girl. Very good. Here you go. That's a good girl. Yum. Yum.
You're a cootie patootie.
You want to clean up the floor with her?
Yeah, oh, now, yes.
Now's the cleaner, yep. This is the aftermath of Miss Maggie's cleaning food. Get the floor cleaned up. And it's always very important that everything is cleaned so that when the homeowners do come home, everything is just like it was when they left.
If you were a person who was hiring a sitter, what are the questions you would ask that sitter?
Well, I first would make sure they were insured and bonded. That would be my very first question. And how long they've been in business. Maybe even ask for references. That's very important to get somebody else's input on how you've taken care of their dogs. And make sure that their schedule is going to be like the homeowner's schedule and the pet parent schedule would be. And just, you can get a feel for a person when you sit and talk to them about how well they're going to do with your dogs. I mean, it's just obvious if they love the animals, and the dogs love you.
We appreciate it so much, Carol, you letting us come out here, and the homeowners for allowing us to do this and to share the joy of seeing these dogs. Obviously, they love you,
Yes.
and they are so comfortable with you. It is very gratifying.
Well, thank you for coming. I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Dogs. We're talking about dogs. Talking about big dogs, talking about little dogs, oh yeah. Chasing the ball, chasing the cat, digging holes, thing like that. Dogs. Talking about dogs. Laughing dogs, sad dogs, happy dogs, mad dogs. Dogs. Just talking about dogs.